And high-tech firefighters join the fray in the West.
This is the CBS Evening News with Thalia Assuris.
Good evening, everyone. President Bush went for a walk this morning. That's not major news, except that the president had undergone an important medical procedure just hours before. Mr. Bush got a clean bill of health after his colonoscopy. No polyps, no abnormalities were found. For a short time during the screening, the reins of government were in the hands of the vice president. Details from Bill Plant at the White House.
Vice President Cheney was acting president for 2 hours and 15 minutes this morning, while President Bush got a routine colon screening at Camp David. His doctor gave Mr. Bush a clean bill of health.
Procedure lasted for 20 minutes and was completely uncomplicated. No polyps were found, no abnormalities were found.
At 7:09 this morning, the president signed a letter to the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate, voluntarily transferring power to the Vice President under the 25th Amendment, a step he says he took because the nation is at war. The colonoscopy was over in just 20 minutes, and at 7:31 a.m., Mr. Bush awoke and joked with his doctors about how soon he could have breakfast. Then he called his wife and the Vice President. His spokesman said that then Mr. Bush played with the dogs and had waffles for breakfast. Then, after a brief medical exam, Mr. Bush signed a second letter resuming his power at 9:24 a.m. and went for a 4.5-mile walk with his wife, Brother Marvin, and Chief of Staff Andy Card and his wife. Vice President Cheney was at his White House office as usual early Saturday when the call came informing him that he was temporarily in charge. But he did nothing out of the ordinary.
No, I really can't say there was. The vice president, I'd have to ask his staff if they addressed him as Mr. Acting President. I don't think they did. It's a mouthful.
Staff members say that the president, as he promised, went for a workout in the Camp David gym after getting the news that his test results were completely clear. And those good results brought more good news. The doctors say Mr. Bush won't have to have another exam for 5 more years. Bill Plant, CBS News, the White House.
Regular colonoscopy exams are recommended for anyone over the age of 50. The president turns 56 next week. The procedure is considered the gold standard of detection of colon cancer, the third most common cancer, which kills more than 50,000 Americans every year. Here's Paul Moniz with details on the test and its importance.
Each year, 2 million Americans undergo colonoscopy.
Getting a little sleepy.
The procedure is usually administered under anesthesia to minimize discomfort. A thin, flexible tube with a fiber optic camera is inserted inside the entire 5-foot length of the large intestine. The scope can detect polyps or abnormal growths that cancer experts say are surprisingly common.
Probably 30% of individuals 50 years and above have them. It's important to identify them and remove them because over time they can turn into colon cancer.
Doctors today found no polyps during President Bush's test, but in the past he's had what's known as adenomatous polyps, more likely than others to turn cancerous. It's estimated 1 out of every 400 of these polyps turn malignant over several years, which is why aggressive monitoring is critical. In 1985, doctors removed a large adenomatous polyp from then-President Ronald Reagan. It had already turned cancerous, but had not spread. The reason colonoscopy is considered so valuable is because it can both diagnose abnormalities and remove polyps in one procedure. There are occasional risks, including tearing the colon and excess bleeding.
This all looks like a normal colon so far.
Increasingly popular virtual colonoscopies using a CAT scan are less invasive and require no anesthesia. But if polyps are found, patients must still undergo a traditional colonoscopy to remove them. Over the past decade, there's been a push for people to have a baseline colonoscopy beginning at age 50. Those with family histories of colon cancer should begin screening at 40 or even sooner and continue getting tested every 3 to 5 years. Colon cancer surgeon Richard Whalen.
So yes, if you get regularly screened, the chances of you developing a colon cancer and dying from it are significantly less than if you just wait for symptoms to develop.
At $800 to $1,200, a colonoscopy is costly, but arguably worth the price. Studies show 90% of colon cancer patients diagnosed in the earliest stages will live at least 5 years. Paul Moniz, CBS News, New York.
Tensions are high tonight on the Korean Peninsula following a clash at sea. 4 South Korean sailors were killed in a battle with North Korean patrol boats in the Yellow Sea. Each side accused the other of intruding into its territorial waters. The four-story Palestinian Authority police headquarters in Hebron has been reduced to rubble. Israeli forces blew it up overnight to end a four-day siege. There was no sign of militants believed inside. The numbers tell the story. Stock prices inched up a bit by the end of this week, but remained close to the lows not seen since last fall. The market bruising comes in part from the revelation of numbers games played by major corporations like Xerox and WorldCom. Randall Pinkston has more.
It's been a stock that's been very good to us.
It's a great company.
These investors were among the millions of average Americans who jumped into the stock market boom, joining investment clubs and making what appeared to be smart stock picks.
I think we only had one down month the first 3 years. It was heady stuff.
But the market collapse, now fueled by corporate scandals, has pounded their portfolios and weakened their confidence.
There's a definite lack of credibility with numbers in today's finance picture, the whole scheme of things.
Ed Callahan's club, the Wall Street Winners, has lost 27% of its value since May of 2000. Its portfolio included Tyco, now under criminal investigation for hiding payments and loans to top executives. In the same time period, Pat Marcou's Nomenclature Club dropped 93%. Among its holdings, WorldCom.
We, as small investors, rely on being told the truth and being given accurate information. And now we're a lot more skeptical.
So is former Commerce Secretary Peter Peterson, who believes some corporate executives should be prosecuted in order to restore public trust.
I think watching some of these guys get publicly humiliated and probably sent to jail and charged with criminal activity has concentrated the mind of many, many executives.
Peterson co-chairs the Conference Board Commission on Public Trust, a group of corporate leaders who will propose new guidelines for stock options, loans, and severance pay for corporate executives. Peterson wants pension funds and other institutional investors, which control most of the stock in American companies, to pressure corporations to reform.
Our economic progress is an enormous source of strength in this country, and I think it's going to get compromised if we don't get this problem under control.
With American investors sidelined, another concern is foreign investors who pump $1.3 billion a day into the markets. If they lose confidence, the nation's economy will be in for tougher times ahead. Randall Pinkston, CBS News, New York.
Now, all this has led to a blame game in the nation's capital, where both parties are looking for political cover from an issue that could be explosive in this election year. On the political fallout, here's Joey Chen.
The White House is beginning to worry that the bad economic news pouring in from WorldCom and now Xerox admitting they misstated revenues by billions could wash away public confidence in how the Bush administration is handling the nation's economy. Today, the president used his weekly radio address to try to calm fears.
Despite recent abuses of the public's trust, our economy remains fundamentally sound and strong, and the vast majority of business people are living by the rules.
Senate Majority Leader Tom Daschle yesterday said consumer confidence is badly shaken.
I am Clone, Kmart, Lucent. This string of disclosures threatens our economy to its core.
Democrats placed the blame squarely on Republicans, who controlled both houses of Congress for most of the 90s and took aim at what they called unnecessary government oversight of business.
They gave you the roadmap in 1995 and then carried out the actions or the inactions thereafter that helped make this happen.
Republicans see it differently. They blame Bill Clinton.
It's just the height of hypocrisy for Democrats to come up and claim that somehow this is a Republican problem when these rules and these regulations and the regulatory atmosphere was set by the Democratic administration prior to this.
Both parties are jockeying for political advantage.
That's why the president was very quick to talk about WorldCom on the day it broke.
It's outrageous. We will fully investigate.
The president is looking beyond the immediate crisis to its impact on the midterm elections in November, when Democrats hope to take control of the House.
The economy is the one thing that could scuttle the Republican campaigns in this election for November. They know that.
And a poll this week by the Pew Research Center shows support for the president's handling of the economy slipping from 60% in January to 53% today. And only 30% of the public sees the economy improving over the next year. Voters tend to see Republicans as cozying up to the interests of corporate America, so Republican committee members invited in cameras as they signed subpoenas to WorldCom's chief executives. Translation: we're on top of this.
I think we've acted responsibly And I just think it's time for the Democrats, instead of trying to be hypocritical about this, to join with us.
After the July 4th weekend, President Bush travels to Wall Street to give a speech that promises to take big business to the woodshed. His message to them, act responsibly. His message to the nation, the economy, at least fundamentally, is sound. Joey Chen, CBS News at the White House.
And still to come on tonight's CBS Evening News, can home buyers count on home prices to hold up? Also, how high tech is helping the fight against western wildfires. And clothes encounters, retailers trying new sales devices on for size.
If you have osteoarthritis, there's reason to celebrate. It's Celebrex.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
Celebrex targets only the COX-2 enzyme, a key source of arthritis pain. Celebrex relieves arthritis pain plus inflammation and stiffness, too.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
Celebrex should not be taken if you've had aspirin-sensitive asthma or allergic reactions due to aspirin or other arthritis medicines, or certain drugs called sulfonamides. In rare cases, serious stomach problems, such as bleeding, can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems.
Celebrate, celebrate.
Powerful 24-hour relief from osteoarthritis pain, inflammation, and stiffness. Ask your doctor about prescription Celebrex.
Celebrate, celebrate, come on and celebrate.
There's something different about Michael.
He's like this health nut. I mean, he runs and he bikes, and he's kind of freaking me out.
He thinks he's like young again. He actually wants to do stuff with us.
What's gotten into him?
He's exercising and drinking Ensure. One glass gives you complete balanced nutrition when you can't have foods like these.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Ensure, to your health. Now with lutein to help support the health of your eyes.
Got an itch? Scratching tears up skin. Maximum strength Lanacaine saves your skin from scratching with maximum anti-itch medicine and antibacterial to help kill germs. Lanacaine stops the itch, saves your skin.
Do you know the warning signs of osteoporosis? Unfortunately, there aren't any. It's a silent disease with no symptoms unless a bone breaks. So ask your doctor about a painless bone density test. And if Fosamax is right for you. Fosamax is for postmenopausal women at risk for or with osteoporosis. It's proven to help reverse bone loss. Increases in bone mass were seen as early as 3 months. And Fosamax has a convenient once-weekly tablet. You should not use Fosamax if you have certain disorders of the esophagus, are unable to stand or sit upright for 30 minutes, have severe kidney disease or low blood calcium. Use with caution if you have stomach or digestive problems. Stop taking Fosamax and tell your doctor if you develop new or worsening heartburn, difficult or painful swallowing, or chest pain, because these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems. 1 pill a week can help reverse bone loss and strengthen bone. Discover Fosamax once weekly. Proven to help reverse bone loss.
You won't believe your eyes. Red Lobster's Jumbo Shrimp. Big succulent shrimp in mouth-watering combinations. Choose from crunch fried, coconut, or scampi. Mix and match any two for just $12.99. Red Lobster. Go overboard.
The best drivers in the world will test their skills as they reach speeds of over 190 miles an hour. The Kart Grand Prix of Chicago, tomorrow on CBS Sports.
Pakistan has mounted its largest operation yet against al-Qaeda fighters. Backed by U.S. intelligence, some 3,000 troops are searching the area around Wana, near the Afghan border. 10 Pakistani soldiers were killed in a shootout with suspected al-Qaeda fighters this week. An approaching wildfire prompted the governor of South Dakota this evening to urge the evacuation of the tourist town of Deadwood. But in Arizona, evacuees returned today to homes they fled a week ago. Thousands of people headed back the way they came as they fled the largest fire in the state's history. They were thrilled and relieved to be home again.
How happy are you to be home?
Elated. Thank God.
Totally thankful and grateful.
We're glad to be back. Glad to have a home.
The homecomings were made possible by hardworking firefighters helped by cutting-edge technology. Vince Gonzalez is there.
As this monster fire approached Show Low, eyes in the sky and on the ground, we're collecting information about every acre it consumed. All that information is gathered here.
This is all on a digital database.
In this RV parked at the high school serving as a base camp, where geographic information specialists can make maps on the move.
And that's why we operate out of this RV. It's self-contained. We drive to the fire, we get there, and we're producing maps on the way to the fire.
In almost real time, Dave Wilson and his team can produce exact maps of the fire front down to the street level for incident commanders and the crews on the fire lines, using new high-powered computers and global positioning devices. Just a few years ago, maps were hand-drawn on the hood of cars. Now it's delivered in color hard copy or by computer.
Makes everybody's job a little easier and definitely safer.
As for those eyes in the sky, a brand new system is in place this year. Environmental sensors on board this NASA satellite give firefighters a near instantaneous look at hot spots. The signal travels through space to this receiving station in Missoula, Montana, at the Forest Service's Fire Sciences Lab.
If you can get that information out to the folks on the managing the fire within a couple hours, and that's really a big improvement.
Even the red retardant dumped on fires is constantly being refined, made into different mixtures, and tested on ponderosa pine needles, the same fuel feeding this Arizona fire.
It has to be of the right viscosity. It has to be kind of stick to itself and flow properly so that it gets uniformly spread.
Despite all the advances in technology, firefighters say there's really only one way to put out a fire and make sure it stays out. And that's to go in by hand with shovels, axes, and hoses and take out every last burning ember. Sholo's fire chief says while this blaze burns, he has to focus on firefighting, not testing new technology.
We'd love to see it, but we just don't have the time or the resources to do that right now.
High tech won't replace firefighters, but it may give them the upper hand much faster. Vince Gonzalez, CBS News, Sholo, Arizona.
And still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, how high-tech retailers are taking stock.
If you've had a heart attack or a stroke, the last thing you need is another one sneaking up on you. After all, you've got better things to do. I know. In my case, I had a stroke. That's why I talked to my doctor about Plavix. He told me Plavix is a prescription pill that can help protect you from a heart attack or stroke if you've recently had one, or if you have poor circulation in the legs causing pain.
Plavix is proven to help keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, which helps keep your blood flowing. This can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke. If you have a medical condition that is causing bleeding, such as a stomach ulcer, you should not use Plavix. Side effects include itching, rash, diarrhea, and bruising. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur. Ask your doctor.
Taking Plavix once a day helps protect me.
Find out if Plavix can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke.
All spring you work to get your lawn thick and green, and then along comes summer and the brown patches. Hi, I'm Ashton Ritchie with the Scotts Company. Don't just blame the summer heat. It's also insects, bugs you can't even see, eating your lawn alive. The solution? New Scotts Turf Builder with Summer Guard. It eliminates lawn-damaging insects. Plus, it greens up your lawn with a special summer fertilizer made for even the hottest months. New Scotts Turf Builder with Summer Guard. Put it down this weekend for your best summer lawn ever. Guaranteed.
The reason you see so many new Oldsmobiles in traffic is because tens of thousands of people continue to buy them. And right now, you can get $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 in consumer cash on new 2002 Oldsmobiles, plus the confidence of the General Motors Protection Plan. Are you in the market? Get in an Oldsmobile, backed by GM.
Hey, I guess somebody's had a busy day today. Well, make sure back pain doesn't cramp your schedule tomorrow. Grab a new Thermacare air-activated heat wrap before you hit the sack. It gets warm and stays warm, deeply relaxing tight muscles. So circulation flows in, helping pain flow out. So, by the next day, you're moving and grooving. Oh yeah, all day long. Introducing Thermacare heat wraps. Find them in the pain reliever aisle.
President Bush urges Arafat to go. What if he doesn't? We'll talk to Secretary of State Colin Powell and New York Times columnist Tom Friedman on Face the Nation Sunday.
Today's economic uncertainty has Americans looking for somewhere to shelter their money, and many believe they have found the perfect place. In shelter, in fact. Home prices are soaring across the country, but the rise is not without its risks. New home buyers stretched to the max are the focus of tonight's Weekend Journal.
Oh, we got DVD movies.
Michael Scandafio and his family are moving into their suburban Connecticut home this weekend. To pay for it, Scandafio did not make the traditional 20% down payment. He put down a staggering 50% and financed the rest.
I just felt more strongly in terms of this real estate investment and not as anxious to be in the market.
Scandafio is one of a growing number of home buyers who are nervous about the volatile stock market and opting instead to invest in real estate.
I think if the market had been sort of what we all felt 4 years ago and 3 years ago, I think I would have left a piece of it, more of it back there.
Today, real estate appears to be a safe investment. Consider this. Over the past year, while the Dow declined 12.5%, the median price of a home rose 5.3%. Mortgage brokers like Michael Brown say the reluctance to invest in stocks, low mortgage rates, and easier credit are continuing to help fuel home sales.
More and more people nowadays are still worried, and they want to put down larger down payments in case something does happen.
And then you have a two-car garage here.
While some are putting more money down, skyrocketing home prices are forcing others to stretch their budgets, maybe too far, and lenders know it. Some banks have begun loosening the rules, allowing some borrowers to pay 50, even 60% of their monthly income as their mortgage payment. Until now, banks had kept the limit at 32%.
Banks just want to lend money nowadays. So if you have good credit, good down payment, they're willing to take a risk on it.
But is real estate a safe bet? With the economy struggling to recover and home prices continuing to soar, some economists wonder whether a price run-up will create a real estate bubble, similar to the technology sector and stock market bubbles of the 1990s.
To have a bubble, you need to have prices start to get away from fundamentals. You need to have buyers chasing after those price increases solely because prices are going up.
While Richard Berner believes there are housing bubbles out there, he points to San Jose, California, and Manhattan. He, like most economists, believes as long as demand for homes outstrips supply, the housing market should continue to be strong. Michael Scandafio is betting that his investment will pay off.
I think a lot of people, as a result of the market, would rather put their money into their home or acquiring a home or fixing up a home.
So far, the demand for homes is holding firm. New figures out earlier this week showed new home sales up 8.1% in May. We'll be back.
Jesse and I have built a lifetime together. We're each other's whole world. You just never know what high cholesterol and heart disease really mean until someone you love has a heart attack. You see, diet and exercise didn't lower his cholesterol enough. So as he was recovering, we asked the doctor about adding Zocor.
Zocor is a prescription medicine and is not for everyone, including women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, or people with liver problems. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for liver problems.
Our doctor told us Zocor, along with diet, could significantly lower his cholesterol.
And it's working.
And Zocor is proven to reduce the risk of a heart attack in people with high cholesterol and heart disease.
Because serious side effects can result, tell your doctor about any muscle pain or weakness you experience and about any medicines you are taking.
Oh, Jesse.
I know. I love you too.
Ask your doctor about Zocor. It's your future. Be there.
Let's stay together.
Think it's athlete's foot, but athlete's foot sprays didn't help? It's probably everyday footage. New Gold Bond foot spray works directly on everyday footage. Triple Action Gold Bond has a maximum strength itch fighter, absorbs moisture, and kills odor. New Gold Bond foot spray. Fast relief of everyday itch.
A life-saving message from Bayer. American Heart Association research says people in these groups have suffered more heart attacks and strokes. To help prevent another heart attack, ask your doctor about aspirin. And remember Bayer. Studies prove aspirin can reduce your risk of another heart attack by up to 50%. There's original Bayer aspirin, or low-strength 81 milligram. Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen. Trust your heart to Bayer.
You know the clean, natural freshness of clothes dried outdoors? Now you can capture it indoors. Introducing Downy Clean Breeze, the unmistakable line-dried freshness of new Downy Clean Breeze. It touches so much more than clothes.
Using the wrong waterproofer can cost you thousands. Don't be taken for a ride. Demand Thompson's Water Seal. It has the highest level of water protection. Guaranteed. Powerful original. New advanced Thompson's Water Seal.
Take a picture of yourself, because after using anti-aging Total Effects, your skin may never look the same. It gives you better results faster than these leading department store products, and over time fights 7 signs of aging. Total Effects from Olay.
Suing HMOs for racketeering? It sounds incredible, but some top lawyers think they have a case. Eye on America, Monday on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
In the highly competitive retail world, high tech has become highly fashionable. From the moment a potential customer walks in the door, the art of selling has gone digital. Alexis Christoforous of CBS Market Watch has more.
There's something new in the recently opened $40 million Prada store in Lower Manhattan that should save money for retailers and keep customers happy. If you like a pair of shoes, the Prada salesperson has everything you need to know right in the palm of her hand.
This is the staff device, which helps you access the information on the customer as well as inventory. In this way, the salesperson does not have to leave the customer in order to find out what's available in stock.
Want to learn more about the outfit you're trying on? It's easy. Just place the garments in this digital closet. Then with the help of a touch-sensitive screen, you can learn more about the product and even see a supermodel wear it down a Paris runway.
We're taking these concepts and taking these ideas for the technology, designing and implementing them there, training the staff.
Brooks Brothers is trying out digital custom tailoring. The customer stands in a darkened booth and a body scan takes more than 200,000 light point measurements, creating a three-dimensional image of the person's body.
At the end of the day, it's a highly accurate three-dimensional tape measure.
The data is sent electronically to the factory, where custom-made clothing is created and shipped within 15 days. The cost ranges from $95 for a shirt to $700 for what is essentially a custom-made suit, about $100 more than an off-the-rack suit.
We see this as a completely new way to sell suits and tailored clothing. It gives us the opportunity for sales without inventory.
Devices like these are expected to pop up in other retail stores. In addition to keeping inventory down and customer service up, the technology promises not only to help you, but also entertain you while you shop. Alexis Christoforous, CBS Market Watch, New York.
And that's tonight's CBS Evening News. Tomorrow on Sunday morning, the postal rate hike. Then on Face the Nation, Secretary of State Colin Powell. I'm Thalia Ashuris, CBS News in New York. Good night, everyone.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com. AOL keyword CBS News.
Is it time to cancel the post office? Plus, a shocking revelation. Guiding light is 50. The juicy details this Sunday morning.
Experience CBS News.
Ford says their F-150 is built tough. But our engineers will tell you the 2002 GMC Sierra has more horsepower, more towing capacity, and more overall interior space. If you want all that from an F-150, well, that is tough. Now get $2,000 cash back or 1.9% APR on a new 2002 Sierra. See dealer for restrictions. See your participating GMC dealers.
CBS Sunday. Alex Haley's final masterpiece picks up where Roots left off. Blair Underwood.
I ain't your child no more. I'm a grown man.
Queen Latifah.
He ain't asked to be born into this world, and all I done was screw it up.
Mario Van Peebles.
I used to look up at the stars, and I wonder where you were.
And Emmy Award winner Cicely Tyson.
I'm the one that brought you into this world.
In a CBS television event, Alex Haley's Mama Flora's Family. CBS Sunday.
Straight ahead on Point 6 News at 6.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake with some terrible consequences.
Multnomah County releases an inmate a year early by mistake. His girlfriend says he then held her hostage and beat her for 2 days.
Mount Hood